Hi guys, this is Billy from Planet Earth. Hope you're all having a good day. For today's video, I'll be sharing with you our first landscape project. It's actually my younger sister's school project. She is the type to do stuff at the last minute, so we all had to work on it during last Sunday. Here in the Philippines, people usually don't work during Sundays because it's a rest day. Since it's also the only day where we are both free, so it's the only time where we could both work together on her project. We also asked one of our neighbors to help us since we're in a rush. Luckily, Kuya is available to help. So we've decided to do the landscape design of our small front porch for her school project. This is what it looks like. So first, we cleaned the area. We pulled out the ZZ plants or Zanzibar gem, the spider plants, the weeds as well as the garbage and rocks that are in the area. Be careful and avoid getting in contact with the sap of the ZZ plant because it can cause skin irritation. It can also cause skin irritation of the internal tissues if ingested, so be careful if you've got kids or pets. So there, after cleaning out the area, we've flattened the soil. My sister bought some concrete planter box. It's made to order and takes 5 days to finish. Each planter only costs around $7 since she picked up the items herself from the maker. There are no additional costs. There are also additional charges if you want it to be painted, but since we wanted it to blend with the house, we've decided to leave it as it is and not have it painted. 3 planters fit the area. After laying the pots, we're just making sure that they're properly aligned before adding in the soil and plants. Each planter has 3 holes for drainage, as you can see. We have here the soil mix that we used for the pots. It's a mixture of ground soil, carbonized rice hull, goat poop, and the leftover soil mix bought from the store. We had some leftover chicken wire, so they cut some and put it above the holes to avoid blocking the holes in the pot for proper drainage. We've also added some rocks at the bottom to hold the wire in place and then another layer of cocoa chops. Just cut the coconut husk and turn it into cocoa chops. The cocoa fiber is a good fertilizer and it's also good in holding some moisture for the roots. It's mostly sunny here in the Philippines, so plants tend to dry faster. So to avoid frequent watering of plants, we added cocoa chops at the bottom of the pots for moisture. After adding the cocoa chops, add the soil. Now this is how the planter boxes look like. After that, we had a lunch break and some rest. These are the sansevierias that I've propagated over the last few months, and we've decided to use it for the landscape project. Since my sister is on a budget, instead of buying plants, we've settled with what's available in our area and in our garden. I used old tires as a planter for the sansevierias, and I think they do the job pretty well. So there, water the soil before adding the plants. Kuya was in charge of pulling the sansevierias from the tire planters. Meanwhile, I was removing the damaged leaves while my sister was the one planting the sansevierias. After Putting the sansevierias into the box, we laid out some plants that I have plenty of for mass planting to have a kind of a look test of which will go well with the current look. So we had plenty of spider plants, aglaonimas, tea plants, oxalis, begonia, and epicea from the garden. So those are the only plants that we can choose from for mass planting. In the end, we've decided to use the variegated spider plant at the bottom since it's a pet resilient plant and the variegation just looks nice and brings some color. It can also hide the edge at the bottom part of the planter boxes. For the planter boxes, we kept the epicures on both ends for symmetrical design and used the begonias for the centerpiece since it always has flowers on it. After planting the spider plants, epicures and begonias, it's time to add the rocks. Of course, we clean the area first before putting the rocks. What you're seeing is a walis ting. It's a cleaning tool made from coconut leaves. It's the most common outdoor cleaning tool here in the Philippines. It's cheap and biodegradable. For the finishing touches, we just added some more rocks. I think it's better if we had a sand to cover some parts not covered by the gray rocks. As for the rocks, it's 250 pesos per sack, approximately 5 US dollars. We added some bamboo blinds or roll-ups for some privacy, well, to also hide some of the mess inside. We're all in a hurry in this part because it's about to rain, and this is the final output. It took us a whole day to accomplish, and that felt like my own school project. Thank you for watching today's video. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to this channel for more plant or gardening related content. If you've got comments, questions, tips, or suggestions on how we can make it better, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. Hope you're having a good day. Bye!